sunny South Florida. Hope you're having a great one. So, today we're talking about name it and claim it. Name it and claim it. Don't do like I did. Don't go out there and just pick any old random name. I mean, I picked names that were at the time when I set up my profiles on my different platforms. At the time, those were the names that I were using. Try to keep them a little bit cohesive, but overall, I wish I would have known about this cool tool that I'm about to share with you guys. That if you haven't set yours up yet, this will save your life. You want your name across all platforms to be cohesive so that you can't be like me, Janae Nicole on some things, and I'm a girl Janae on some things. I'm job optional on some platforms. I'm job optional podcast on Facebook. So I'm going to try to clean that up a little bit here in the next coming days. But as of right now, I'm everywhere under different names. And some of them, like my Twitter feed, I'm too far gone now to change it. So I have a second feed now with Job Op because Job Optional, of course, is taken. I just used this cool tool that I found, and I found out Job Optional is available on pretty much every other platform. So I'm going to go and snag them right now. This weekend, actually. Name it and claim it. First off, everything is going to be housed on your website. And if you don't have money right now to invest in a website, which is kind of unbelievable in this day and age when you can get, even if you can't get a professionally done website, you can at least buy your domain name. A lot of times you could get the name for under $10 for the year with different promo codes and things. And if you just Google, promo codes for GoDaddy or just these different platforms where you can get your domain name, you can get that pretty reasonably these days. And if you can't spend $10 on your domain name, you're not serious about being in business. And it is what it is. Like, you're just not serious, because in this day and age, if you don't have a website, 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna even bother with looking into your profile or anything like that. Like, I'm not even gonna bother with doing business with you because you're not serious. I need to know more if I'm gonna be spending money with you. So I'm most of the time, it depends on what kind of money it is. Like, if you selling crab cakes on the side of the road, and okay. If it's something that it's gonna be an investment for me, I'm not really dealing with you. If you don't have a website, you just some Joe Schmo fly by the side. You may be here today, gone tomorrow. And not to say that can't happen even if you have a website, but it leads credibility to you if you do have your website. Now, if you really truly want to have a website, but you just do not have any money at all, and you just scraping by, and I understand that. I know the struggle is real, honey, so don't fret. There are free options for you out there available. You still can. There's WordPress.com. That's the free version that you can go out there and secure your domain name with that. You can also do, if you just want to do a blog, you can do Blogger. You can do so many of the free social media sites. Just get you a page and plop up your domain name that is available, that's across all platforms. Oh, that was a mouthful. So, first off, verify that URL is available. So it's the easiest thing I found to do is I go to GoDaddy all the time and just plug in the name that I'm interested in just to see if it's available. And if .com is not available, I'll see if if everything else is available for that domain name. And honey, if you like me, a serial sidepreneur, I done had so many little side hustles over the years, and I don't know how many domain names I have. At least 5 of them that are just sitting dormant, that it was a great idea at the time and I lost interest and kept it moving. But hey, I paid for it, so I have it. Yeah, so verifying your URL, which is your www dot blah blah blah. That's your first step. Then go and see if the social media sites are available. Now, with this handy dandy tool I'm about to share with you, you can do all of those steps in one. So when you get a chance, go to namechecker.com That's the name of it. Name Checker is NameCheckr without the extra E on the end. Namechecker.com. And if you just Google social media name checker or something like that, it'll come up. But I'll plug that into the show notes so that you can use it. So if you don't have your profile set up, that'll be a good spot for you to look into. Okay, so now that you have that, I would suggest, if it's not like a very popular name, if you think you could sit on it for 24 hours, I would highly suggest that you pray about that name, think about it, really be sure that you want that name for your business. Now, if you are absolutely sure when you look up the name and it's there and it's available, take it. Don't wait. Get it right then and there. Secure that name, because it could be gone in the next 10 minutes. It could be gone tomorrow, and then you have to pick another name that you're not quite happy with. But if you're kind of on the fence about the name and you're not really happy with it, sleep on it overnight, and then tomorrow, don't wait till next week now. Sleep on it, think about it, pray about it, and go ahead the next day and secure that name, okay? You got your name and you know it's available on social media. I would suggest that as soon as you buy your domain name, go to Facebook, go to Twitter, and Pinterest, and secure that name there as well. You don't have to do anything but just set up your profile. Don't get caught up into trying to set the page up, don't do any of that. Just secure the name. That's it. Stop right there. Don't go any further, because today is all about naming it and claiming it. Why? Because everything is in your name. Just think about your own name. Whoever named you, they named you what they did for a reason. And I just believe that God destines us for a certain name, and the name that you have it for a reason, and it means something. Even if you don't get it in the beginning, it really does. Like my name, I hated my name growing up, Janae. I was like, really? And when I grew up in the 80s, nobody was named Janae. I came up in the late 70s, early 80s. I was the only Janae that you ever knew. All my friends was Tiffany, Tasha. Nobody was Janae. So it was a hard road to toe, people. But now, it's very popular, so it's not a big deal. But when it comes to business, you have to think people across the world may come across you, depending on what your business is and what you do for your business. It's very important that you don't just come up with some cute, clever name that somebody in India that you might do business with, 10 years down the road, you got to explain his name to them, and it's like, yeah, about the name. You want it to be something that's going to be representative of you and your brand, something that you're going to be proud of 10, 20 years down the road. It's not going to be something that you look back on and you cringe when you tell your associates that that's what your name is. And also, don't be so clever that nobody else understands what your business is. Make it clear to what your business is, why you named it that. My overall brand is Janae Nicole because that's my name. I don't know if that's kind of narcissistic to have my brand named after me, but it was just the easiest thing for me to be the brand. And with everything that I do, I wanted to reflect who I am as a person and what my beliefs are. Hence, Janae Nicole. That's the overall brand. But my podcast is one of my side hustles that I'm doing right now. And I decided to do the Job Optional podcast. So that is the main business that I'm focusing on right now. I do have another side hustle, but I'm at the point with that side hustle that I don't advertise anymore. I'm not looking for any more clients or anything of that nature. So that's truly just like a passion project that I do on the side. So I don't need to brand that anymore. I don't need to be on social or be trying to get eyes on that brand. So that's why you're not going to see anything about my other side business, because I don't need to bring any more clients on. My business right now is for that. It is strictly word of mouth, and I only work with people that know my current clients. Like, I'm not doing anything outside of that. So that was really going down a rabbit trail, but you get the gist. So I have two brands kind of growing concurrently right now. And I have the Janae Nicole brand, that being my overarching brand. Job Optional is the current business that I'm working on. And right now it's just a podcast. I'm just starting out and it's brand new, but I do have a vision for where it's going to go. And it may take some years for me to get there, but that's cool. I really enjoy doing the podcast, and I'm really excited about helping my sisters take their passion projects to the next level, or get started, so to speak. Okay, so we got that done. We got our URL, we got our domain name secured, we got our social media platform secured. Now, if you have the time, I would suggest this: once you got your top 3 or 4 platforms down, those major ones that are rocking right now, I would suggest to go ahead, lock down every one of those that was on that name checker. Honestly, not lock them all down. Even MySpace, even though it's dead, you never know. It seems like MySpace is kind of trying to do a little resurgence right now. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. FYI, I'm locking my name down everywhere, and that way, that's twofold. That is because if and when the time comes that one of those other platforms becomes big, you're already there. You may not have a presence, but you already have your name there once you're ready to start promoting on it. And you don't get there and the name's already taken. And 2, it's for those vultures. There are people out here that once they see that there's a brand that's emerging or that's gotten big and they haven't secured their name, they will literally go out, get that name, and just hold on to it and hope that you may approach them to purchase it from you, and or try to act like they're you and get followers and fans and monetize the site. It's sad, but it's true. It's people out here that do that. So just so that you know that is something that people do, that's why I suggest, and that's why I'm going to go ahead and lock down my name across everything that I can. That's available at this moment. So we've gotten that done. That is securing your social media real estate so that you have a cohesive brand, and keep it simple, people. KISS, keep it short and simple. You don't want to be at Janae Nicole Job Optional Podcast on Twitter. Like you don't want to have a domain. A handle that's so super long. Try to keep it short and sweet and simple and to the point, so people understand who you are as a brand and what you represent, but at the same time it's not a mouthful. Okay, I think we covered being clever is not always better. It's best to always be clear. And lastly, do not let this hold you up. This name thing can cripple some people to where they feel like, I just can't decide on a name and I want it to be perfect. Of course, you want it to be perfect, and you want it to, really resonate with your audience and who you are as a person and as a brand, whatever it is that you do. But having said that, if you sitting here and you wait 2 years to start your business, get it, start really taking these steps because you can't decide on a name, that's 2 years of time that you're never going to get back. So, hey, take some imperfect action here. If you're not 100% sold on a name and a week has gone by, okay, pick a name already. Let's not just let this hold up the process. We got to keep it moving. We don't have time. That's one thing that you're never going to get back. Time is our most precious resource. Do not waste it and do not take it for granted. It's a lot of people that didn't wake up today that died with a purpose and a plan in their heart that they intended to do. So don't let it be you, all right? I'm going to get off my little soapbox, but I just want you to take my little advice and do what you do. All right, that's it for today's episode. Name it and claim it. Once you name it and claim it, go on and holler out at me on Facebook, Job Optional Podcast, and let me know what you named it and what you claimed it. Okay, I'm interested to know and see where you start from, and just I want to be your cheerleader. I want to support you and your efforts. So you can either hit me on Facebook or you can hit me at Twitter at Job Op on Twitter. Be blessed, girls. Love you, and I'll holler at you later.